What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are looking at Doom War 1.7 to 1.9, starting right now. Right, guys, as already said, 1.7 to 1.9 on the Doom Wars. This is Shield, Wave 1 Avengers, or Fantastic Four. Loads to choose from, loads of different combinations that you can pull off here, including Invisible Woman, Coulson, like all of that type of stuff. Yo-Yo in there, all of these big characters. There is a lot to choose from. And these nodes are fairly straightforward. I can't really remember the last one. I've done it quite late last night, but we're going to go through it. Now, if you can manage to 3-star these, not only can you farm Superior Marrow Extract from 1.7, absolutely huge for all of them bio guys. You can also get your hands on some more laser torches. You can get your hands on some superior damage catalyst, some superior phosphate, and Negasonic is there as well, baby. And she's got an advanced lock case and that superior omnimium orb. Or it's easy for you to say, Shanks, which is again required for these guys at gear tier 14. So some very, very, very big nodes here. In my opinion, the biggest node to get to, possibly in the whole game right now, is Doom 1.7. Especially if you're looking at Dark Dimension. If you're looking at Gear Tier 14, and look at all these guys that need Gear Tier 14, the Superior Marrow Extract, Captain Marvel, Symbiote Spider-Man, Carnage. Yeah, we can probably swerve them. Invisible Woman. You know, there's some big characters there that are after these glass Superior Marrow Extracts. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And again, as I say, tons of people to choose from here. You can go for safety, maybe get rid of Thor, put in Hulk, put in Invisible Woman. All of these type of guys are going to be super, super safe for it, right? So I think on this team, I think we'll go Mr. Fantastic. We'll go Invisible Woman. We'll go Yo-Yo. We should probably put in Medic instead. Yeah, let's try with this team. Let's try with this team. So we've got Shield Security, we've got Coulson, we've got Yo-Yo, we've got Invisible Woman, and we've got Medic as well. So we're going more sustainability, more survivability, relying on Yo-Yo and Coulson to deal out damage for us. I do believe I had Thor in this last night when I'd done it. If we struggle at all, we'll probably put Thor back in place of Invisible Woman, in all fairness. I think I went for a little bit more damage yesterday. But sustainability is not a bad idea on this one. Right, so starting things off, who is our first target? And I think we all know it's probably going to be Taskmaster, right? But we're going to use the AoE and try and stretch that up a little bit. Now, unfortunately, we've been blinded on 2 people, which isn't the end of the world. Coulson's not been blinded, although the guys that have just been called in for the assist were blinded. So now that has gone down, this is going to clear the 2 negative effects. You might be tempted to start with this one, apply offense down, but honestly, I feel like this is a much bigger skill to be using at that point. Then we're just going to make sure Black Widow goes and can't be getting that charged up. Then we're going to use Yo-Yo's ultimate and literally start causing mayhem. Take out Captain America, it's no big deal. We could have literally taken out anyone there. Now I want to apply the offense down. But mainly for that offense down is because these crossbones now can go fairly quickly with that extra energy. We're going to get the stun over there. He's offense down, so I'm not too concerned about his ult. You know, as it literally didn't even break the barrier for anyone. That was pitiful. Feel ashamed of yourself. Right, now we go into to Red Skull. Go into Red Skull again. Tyber want to take Red Skull out as quick as possible. Not really concerned about the crossbones that has already shot his AoE. So he's a bit of a null entity right now, right? So again, we've got to go into him now. He's got the taunt up. Now, at this point, with the big barrier up and stuff like that, it's going to be very, very, very hard for them to get through us. But they could get through us. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's not make it easier for them. Take out those Winter Soldiers, and it's pretty much JD job done, right? It was over. Who was the key character in that? Probably Taskmaster. Once Taskmaster went down, that node become incredibly simple to finish off. No real danger. Barrier up on 3 out of the 5 guys. With the special already back around for Invisible Woman there as well. Very, very, very safe, that team. Especially if you can apply that type of power to it. So that is the superior Mero extracts now on farm. Moving on to 1.8, sorry. I'm going to skip the dialogue again. So this team is 382k powered. By no means it's a small team. Shield Security there at 77k, gear tier 14. Agent Coulson there at 87k, gear tier 13. Yo-Yo there at 88k, gear tier 14. Invisible Woman there at 67k, gear tier 13. And Medic there at 61k, gear tier 13. So this is a fairly built up team. Decent red stars on most of them as well. But hopefully super sustainable to be able to get that. And again, as I've said in the previous videos, guys, I don't know what the lowest power is. I tell you what would be awesome is if you've managed to 3-star these nodes, let me know down below what your lowest team was, what team done it, and let's see if we can start building up a bit of an idea of what the lowest team is, because at the moment, no idea at all. Right, defeat the enemy operators to win. Super simple. But keep in mind, it also doesn't hurt killing everyone else that might be able to do you damage at the same time. So we're going to hopefully clear out these operators, but we are not taking anything away from the other guys that could do us serious damage as well. Now, Magneto, for example, I do not want to get to have a go. I do not want that blind going off on me. I just want him dead. So I would rather take out the Magneto than worry about the enemy operative on this bit. Right, then it's now we've got to go on to Juggernaut. We've got no choice about that. We're going to clear those negative effects off. Now, the operative got to go. We can only afford him to get 4 goes. Got to be honest, when I did this yesterday, with Thor instead of Invisible Woman, so not as sustainable, but a lot more damage going, that operative, no operative, actually got to go. So we're going to take out the operatives now because we do not want them to start making any inroads. Now we're going to apply the offense down and get that barrier up. Now they haven't got an operative there, so let's just take out Juggernaut. Probably could go on to Ironheart as well. Don't really want Ironheart to start doing anything too crazy. I don't really use her all that much, so I don't know her kit that well. But I know she can be a right pain in the arse, right? So let's just kill her off. Garbage. And there we go. Most of these guys aren't even hitting us through the barrier, which is lovely. We're going to do the AoE hit there. Then we're going to go on to the Sabertooths. Again, personal preference. You could probably jump on straight onto Cable, but we've got no taunt up, right? We've got no taunt. All they can do to us right now is flat damage, and I don't think they've got the flat damage in them to be able to get through all these barriers and hills and everything else like that we've got. We've just got too much sustainability for them while knocking out some decent damage as well. So we're going to get the slow over there on Sabertooth. Then we are going to go straight on to the operative again. Don't want him to get another go. We can only afford to do it like 4 times we can give him a go, which isn't crazy bad, right? Isn't crazy bad at all. Now, if Coulson dies here, this is why we've got Medic. Coulson's a little bit squishy, even at the higher levels, right? So we've got Medic here just in case. Let's remove that taunt, give him immunity as well. This is the last operative now to drop down. So we can worry about killing the vultures. We can worry about doing all that, or we just focus purely on the operative and it's JD job done. You don't even need to worry about killing the rest of them. So on that last wave, when there's 6 down and there's an operative down, that is your last guy. Do not worry about the vultures. Do not worry about anyone that can deal damage. Just throw everything you've got, including the kitchen sink, at that last dude, and you're laughing. Absolutely laughing. Right, the Negasonic node, baby. Let's go. So much to farm out of this new stuff. And again, I'm using the exact same team. Yesterday I used Thor. There's so many different offshoots, especially in this team, guys. Guild, Wave 1 Avengers, or Fantastic Four. Doesn't mean you just need to use one team, right? One synergy team. Mix it up a little bit. There's so many combinations that work well for this one. Like, so many combinations. In all fairness, this could be more of a who drops down when video, because of there's that many combinations that you can use to make this totally viable for you, guys. Right, so moving into the last one, managed to 3-star everything on the first go up until now. Can we get lucky? Nobu is the special old character who's been boosted a little bit. We're going to start off with the A2, the special ability for Yo-Yo. We're going to target over there, and then we're going to start doing some extra damage. Start second into the Coulson ult. Now, unfortunately, they're going to start healing themselves up a little bit and start giving themselves like evades and stuff. Super annoying, but you know what, it is what it is. Now, we're going to apply the offense down, or are we? No, we're not. Why are we not going to apply the offense down and all that type of stuff? Because these guys will transfer all those negative effects back to us, and we don't need to do that, right? So, we will give ourselves barrier in a minute, just not just yet. Now we're going to go in with the Coulson special, and then I think we've got to go in for that. Now, it's worth getting the stealth. Again, we need to take care of that that Psylocke before we can start really giving them too many negative effects. Right, now we've got damage there in Handblade Master. Surprising enough, even though he's absolutely awful character. As far as flat damage goes, he can hit pretty hard. We're going to take out the Hand Sorceress because of the defense up. We're going to give ourselves barrier though for a little bit of extra protection. Apply the slow when and where we can. Lose the dodge. Lovely. Bop, bop, bop. That's going to take out the Sorceress. Now, I think yesterday I actually left the Sorceress till last. And again, that was absolutely fine as well. You know, it is what it is. Pick your targets, really. That Nobu being the special character doesn't really bring anything that I'm scared of, ever. So, it's just not an issue for me to leave the special character up. Normally, you look at the special character, they've got that glowing thing going on. Their stats have been boosted a little bit. You're like, whoa, I don't want them hitting me. But in this case, it's a Nobu. Like, who cares? It's Nobu. What's Nobu going to do to you that anyone else can't? An answer on a postcard? Nothing. Right, now Red Skull drops down, and Red Skull is the predominant target, and that's a different kettle of fish, right? So we want to make sure we start going in again. Want to try and take out that Psylocke as quick as possible. She's got the taunt on there, but we're going to use the AoE, clear off that. Super annoying that we're behind all these guys, but we're going to try and get through that Red Skull as quick as possible. Now, unfortunately, we've got to basically go through the taunts. So if that does happen again, not to worry too much, right? Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, we're still doing in damage. We've got the immunity up on most of us. We don't really... This is the one thing that I don't want that Crossbones to have a go, though. So even though that we can't get through to that Red Skull straight away, we don't want the damage coming in. That makes sense? Right, so taking out Red Skull. He's not going to call anyone else down. So he's literally all by his Jack Jones. Bless his little cotton socks, and he's getting tag teamed up. So once he goes down, it's on to the final 6. Now this time, nobody here's got like a little glowing face thing. So we're going to go on to that Psylocke, go with the AoE, basically try and take out that Psylocke as quick as possible. There is an argument to be made for taking out the Crossbones first. Totally legit argument. I don't mind either or, to be honest. Right, again, get that offense down. Unfortunately, it's going to be transferred over there. I didn't really consider that before I done it, but I'm going to start popping away at this one. Offense down on me as well. Clear those negative effects up. Get that health up, defense up, all that type of good stuff. Now, it looks like we are going to be getting hit here again, unfortunately, and there's nothing we can do. I can't really put any protection down for that medic. I've just got to hope he survives. And thankfully, and this is more luck than judgment, thankfully he survived there. Now we can get the heal up and stuff like that. But that could have quite easily gone the other way, guys. Quite easily gone the other way. So when they drop down, you want to make sure you can get your barrier up then. So you're prepared for the back-to-back alts of crossbones, basically. Once that's done and dusted, the bigger target is actually Winter Soldier, just in case he can one-shot anyone. But that is it, JD, job done. Doom has been beaten. First go, 3 stars, every node. Lovely, of the jubblies. When I done this last night as well, it was literally the first hard node that stopped me from 3-star and everything on the first go. And that was literally like, okay, back to the drawing board. Boom, swapped out 1 character. Lovely, done. So, now all of this new stuff is farmable. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps you out in Dark Dimension 3 or whatever you're using it for. And super appreciate you guys watching these videos. If you have liked them, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on, share it in a group, show it to your mate, make your dog watch it. I don't care. Guys, super appreciate you watching it. Discord links are down below, live stream links are down below, all that type of good stuff. But until next time, Commanders, be smart, be strong, be safe, and I'll see you on the flip side. Just take it easy.